Good morning, friends. It is sunrise here in Great Basin National Park. This is day 9, I think. I don't remember what day it is anymore. Sunrise is at like a little past 5 a.m. But because the time change, I got up quite early. So I decided to just hit it at sunrise. So here I am heading up. There's like one other car in the parking lot. So looks like it'll be a nice calm hike this morning. Yeah, I'm heading for the summit of Wheeler Peak, which is 13,000 feet. So yeah, I'm also dressed very differently from yesterday, as I have a sweatshirt on and hat and gloves in my back. So finally cold weather. All right, I'll catch up with you later. Mid-trail. I was first on the trail this morning, so I was running into a lot of deer. And I was trying to be respectful of deer because it is their home. And there were, just be really slow when you get up to them and kind of wait for them to move and react to you and not like forge ahead and force them to like run away. Well, there were two shirtless dudes who were like, nah, we're not gonna stop. We're just gonna plow through these deer who were standing on the trail and like just following the trail, walking the same way we are. I'm like, wow, what a bunch of idiots. Like, you are in the deer's home and instead you're gonna just be stupid. It's wildlife and you should respect that wildlife. Yeah, even if it means you can't finish your hike as quickly as you wanted. So that's my piece on that.
It's actually so windy in this clip that you can't even hear me really talking about what happened. I tried to reach the summit, but I was unable, and I point out where I got to up there. I didn't record when I was up there because it was kind of scary. It was very steep. It was a lot of boulder scramble and very windy, so I decided to turn around. There were a couple other hikes that I'm talking about that I was contemplating doing. So then I started that I would go down and do those hikes instead of, risking my life on this peak. But I was enjoying the views, and I kind of show off that the views are pretty good.
Hello. Well, a bit scary, but I did in fact make it down. Saw a lot of people coming up when I was going down. They were asking like, oh, like, how is it? And every time I'm like, oh, I didn't make it. But that's fine. There's 2 other hikes in this area. I think I'm gonna do them as well. One of them is the Alpine Lake Loop, and the last one is the Bristle Pine Cone, whatever. Anyways, and the glacier. So, which sits just below Wheeler Peak. And so I haven't seen yet because I didn't get to the point of Wheeler Peak where I could look over the edge of it. But I will get to see that. So I've already seen Stella Lake, and now I'm heading off the second lake and then to the glacier. Hello, I made it to the second lake. Have the peak behind me. The lake is beautiful. Snow going into it, of course. And then beautiful pine trees, such. So, continuing on. Probably gonna have a snack though first, because I'm getting kind of hungry even though it's only 10 a.m. Well, I've been hiking for 4.5 hours at this point, so that's what makes me hungry. Well, I haven't made it to the glacier yet, but it would appear that I'm now walking on snow. Crazy, right? But it's warm out. How weird.
I made it to the rock glacier and regular glacier beneath Wheeler Peak. See Wheeler Peak up there, and then the glacier is right below it, and the rock glacier is below the glacier. I talk a little bit more about what that all means in my next part recap.
This is the bristlecone pine grove. There are trees here that have been alive for 3,000 years. And there's also some that are dead, like died in 1400, but are still standing. Pretty crazy. Bristlecones. Yeah. Hey! I survived my 12.5 mile, almost 7-hour long hike. Don't know why I decided that I should do all of that in one day, but here we are. Haha. Little bits of information about Great Basin that I find are interesting. In terms of wildlife, you can kind of think of Great Basin National Park or the mountain range, the Snake Range, as like an island, because there are species of animals here that don't exist anywhere else. Due to how the climate around this area changed, the animals that were here could not leave. So it became its own little like wildlife island, which I think is kind of cool. Second thing I thought was interesting, I wish I could have said more at the glacier, in Rock Glacier, but there were some other people there and it was kind of a small area, so I felt kind of awkward. Yeah, still not totally used to that one yet. Anyways, it was hard to tell where the glacier and Rock Glacier ended up again or whatever because of the amount of snow that was up there. But the glacier is like, as you would assume, like of ice, and it's actually quite small in the area, obviously because it's warm here. You usually wouldn't find glaciers in Nevada. But a rock glacier, for people who don't know, is when water seeps between the rocks and then freezes and thaws, and so the rocks kind of move like a glacier moves. I don't know, it seemed interesting. Yeah, so those are little fun tidbits about Great Basin. Overall, I have really enjoyed it here. It's been quite the nice break from the Utah parks. Both in crowds, being there's very few people here. Not very few, but like, I mean, I still saw people on hikes and stuff like that, but like not overwhelmingly amounts of people. Like there were times I could just be alone and just walk the forest and enjoy it and like watch the deer. And in addition, it's also been great climate-wise. And so it's a bit cooler here, and also the addition of the trees and the grass is pleasant and nice. Anyways, the reason why I hiked so much today is because of a big drive tomorrow, and I'm not going to get much exercise in, so you know. So that was Great Basin National Park. Commander Z, signing off.